The great Willie Mays used to call Harlem his home. As a rookie in 1951 with the New York Giants, and again in 1952. This weekend, Mays is going to return to New York along with the San Francisco Giants as they bring their World Series championship trophy back to the roots where it all began. Mays is going to be visiting with young kids at PS 46, a school that sits where the Polo Grounds once stood. Mays lived right here on St. Nicholas Place in a first-floor apartment. A group of kids used to come every morning during the season and knock on his door, and from 10 to about 11 o'clock, they play stickball right here. In fact, there's still a few old-timers here who remember watching those early games when Willie Mays was just a kid.
He'd have his spin on it, and you had to time it to catch it when it broke one way or the other.
Dennis Edwards is a retired judge who grew up in Harlem and saw a number of those stickball games. When you saw him and when he was playing stickball here in 1951, 1952,
yeah,
he was basically a kid who nobody knew, right?
He was a kid. And he looked like a kid, you know. He wasn't a great, big, muscular guy. Yeah. So I would say knowing, it was on reflection when people said that Willie Mays said, we remember this guy who was trying out, I guess we were thinking, who was trying out for the Giants when we saw him. And you say, well, did you stop and watch and get your camera out? No, never gave it a thought.
But to the kids in the neighborhood, Mays was a hero. I headed to Londell's restaurant where Ollie Davis, who grew up watching those games, showed me the autographs he got from Willie Mays.
So I would see him in the evenings when he'd come home from playing baseball at the Polo Grounds. And he was a very nice fella.
What do you think Willie Mays meant to New York, and to Harlem in particular?
He was like an inspiration, especially for the black youth.
After the stickball game, Mays would bring the kids to this drugstore right here, and he'd buy them ice cream and a soda. Then he'd walk across 155th Street, down the stairs, and go to his real job as a center fielder with the New York Giants. If you look at how steep these steps are, you see why Willie Mays was in such great shape. Because trust me, this is a workout. The Polo Grounds are long gone, replaced by these apartment buildings. But I'd heard there was a plaque commemorating Willie Mays somewhere in the area. Do you know what a plaque is? There's like a plaque that Willie Mays played center field here.
See that big center right there?
Huh?
See that big center right there?
Where, with the blue?
Yeah, that's the plaque right there. That's where Willie Mays field was at, right there.
You mean that's where he played? After some searching, I finally found it. Thought we were going to find the plaque that said this is where Willie Mays stood, but this is the Polo Grounds' approximate location of home plate of the New York Giants. So if this was home plate, that means that somewhere out there is where Willie Mays patrolled center field. This is pretty cool. We found a little piece of Willie Mays' Harlem at home plate, right here. Or maybe it was right here.